Hello, folks. Ray and Eric here for episode 80 of our Run Club podcast. 80. Can you believe that? Are we octogenarians?
I think that's what that means, yeah.
That's cool. It's great. And I had a dream last night that our 80th episode was going to be the big one.
Yeah, I think this
one is going national. I mean, we're already national, but it's just going beyond that, and it's the one that's just going to be like, so we go real big.
Intergalactic,
yes.
Right.
We're going to be remembered for this one, for sure.
Oh, definitely. 80's the one.
Yes. How are you, my friend?
I'm so good.
Doing well?
So good, yeah. Doing good.
Cool.
Good week of running.
Yeah.
Very consistent this week.
Consistency is key.
Absolutely.
And I'm telling people that I come across that's the key. Consistency. Whether you're walking, running, whatever kind of fitness you're into, cycling, swimming, being consistent.
Lawn darts.
Lawn darts, yes.
It's consistency.
Jarts, I think those are called.
Those are called
I don't think
jarts.
those exist anymore. Maybe they do somewhere on eBay, but those are dangerous, by the way.
They are, yes.
Go right to your head.
Yeah, they're very
Cornhole is
very
probably
sharp.
a safer game.
Yeah, cornhole.
You can knock an eye out with beanbag, but lawn jarts,
Yeah, game over.
game over.
But even like with cornhole, it's all about consistency.
It is all about consistency. Consistency is important, seriously.
So I've been running. I've been
Good.
getting like 5 miles-ish
Nice.
in pretty much every day. I don't think I've missed a day this week.
Good.
Um,
I try to get every day in if I can.
yeah,
Can't always do that, but I've been getting out there at least 6 days a week.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Sometimes 7, but
you got the scheduled day off.
yeah, I've been doing
sometimes.
like for the past I don't know, few weeks or so. I'm doing like a scheduled day off. It's
Yeah,
usually planned around family stuff, right? I'm like, I don't
Right.
want my running to interfere with these big family plans or things that we had, going on. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm going to run every single day until then. See how
yeah,
it goes.
makes sense.
So, are you feeling good?
Feeling good, man.
Feeling healthy?
Yeah, no issues. Knock on wood.
Same here.
Still clipping along here, but I mean, I haven't been like breaking records or nothing.
I'm
I'm
not
not
breaking any
a
records.
world beater over here.
Yeah, I'm not breaking
Just
any
running.
speed
just enjoying
records, distance records. But I got to tell you, there are some days I go out there and I feel like tearing it up. So
You're
I
just
tear it
feeling
up.
good.
So yesterday I went out and there was in my halfway point, I did an out and back halfway point, and I turned around and I just felt like turned around and started sprinting.
Wow.
What I did is I was doing telephone poles. I sprinted to one telephone pole, or picked up the tempo,
Yeah.
and then I took it nice and easy, and I sprinted again, and so
Right.
sometimes mixing it up. I just felt like it at that moment. I was feeling good, you know what I mean? I was kind of sort of like a downward slope, and
Just were feeling it.
I was feeling
I thought I heard about that on the news. There was a news guy out, and he said someone's out here just tearing it up.
it.
So it must
That
have
must
been
have
you.
been me,
That
yeah.
must have been you.
Could have been. Could have been.
Nice. So you just were feeling it, feeling your oats.
I
as
was
they
feeling
say.
it. Yeah, and I found that in the past week, maybe week and a half, I've been feeling a little bit more. Something in the air.
It is. There's
Something in the air, something about the temperature.
Yep.
It's been like really cooler. We had that spell of really hot and humid weather. Everybody was just having a tough time with that and powering through and feeling discouraged and just not feeling great on their runs or their walks.
Right.
And but the temperature is going down. You've
Going
noticed it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's getting crispy out
It's
there.
getting
man.
crispy, and I think that just gives me a little bit of extra oomph.
Me too, man.
Yeah,
I think that's why today we're going to talk about it.
we're going to talk about it
We're
today.
talking about fall.
Talking about fall, talking about autumn, which actually is just around the corner.
It's like literally what, Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yes.
Tuesday is technically
Tuesday
fall.
is, yep, exactly. And so I just get so psyched up. There's something, you're dealing with hot and humid dog days of summer, and all of a sudden, boom, like
Right.
someone hits the switch and the temperature comes down, and then you could feel it,
Yep, you
and
can
there's
feel
certain
it.
sights and sounds and smells and aromas.
Yep,
Um,
couple more leaves on the ground.
yes.
Some
And-
apple pies, bacon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cooling off.
Thinking about like pumpkin spice pops up everywhere as far as flavors.
Oh
like
yeah.
coffee, donuts, beer, whatever, everything, pizza, pumpkin spice pizza, whatever,
Pumpkin spice pizza.
I've
that's
never
my
heard of
go-to.
that, but
They have it at Domino's.
do they really?
Yeah.
But everything, you start to feel it, and I get psyched up for for fall.
Oh,
For a lot of reasons. Not just for running,
Yeah.
but just for a lot of reasons. Because I love the season.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way it cools off. I love it, like the nice crisp mornings.
Dude.
Yeah.
I had to go long sleeves yesterday and the day before.
It was
brisk, man.
It was very brisk.
I think it was under 50 degrees, like 40 something. So yeah, rock the long sleeves, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit warmer this morning, but even still, you can. It's still cooler than say a month ago.
Yeah.
I get psyched up for it.
Me too.
I feel stronger, and I feel I can go. It's a little less effort,
Right.
Or if I put a little more effort in, I go a little faster, a little longer, a little harder, and mix it up a bit.
That's it, man.
So,
what do you think your favorite things that have nothing to do with running are about fall?
about fall,
Yeah.
I love the weather.
Mm-hmm.
I love the leaves. I love foliage.
Oh yeah.
I love the colors, the
Little fall
reds, the
foliage.
orange, the browns, the oranges,
Yeah.
and it's those colors stimulate me,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that.
Yep.
I love the crisp air. I love harvest time.
Yes.
So for me, I grew up in a town where there were orchards,
like
and
apple trees.
pear trees, and the apples are my favorite, and there are
Mhm.
lots of varieties, and I love all things apple cider donuts,
Dude,
oof, weakness,
Over.
apple fritters, oh my,
Apple
my,
crisp.
apple crisp, turnovers, apple pie, and apple everything. I love apples, and I love fresh apples,
Mm.
farm fresh apples.
Just like straight off the tree, man.
I went apple picking the other day,
Me too.
and so the guidelines there were that because of the COVID-19 virus is that you had to wear a mask. They didn't want you eating them in the orchard where past years you could, but they
Right.
say you could get your bag, but you can take one for the road. And of course,
Okay.
down the road, the whole fam just spit into them.
Chowing down.
Yeah, nothing like it.
Nothing like a fresh apple, man.
Yeah.
Right off the tree.
Yeah.
Crisp.
So and I mean, anywhere you go into the woods, go into the mountains, go down to the water, the ocean,
Mhm.
lakes, streams. It's so nice to go out there with fall air and foliage. And yeah. How about you?
Love it.
Non-running things that you like?
All those things that you mentioned.
Yes.
All of them.
Yeah.
Also pumpkin flavored things.
Yeah.
I'm a big pumpkin spice latte guy,
Yep.
I like it. I like to go to the old Bucks, get
Mhm.
myself some pumpkin latte.
Yeah. Now,
Pumpkin bread. They got pumpkin bread.
pumpkin
over there.
bread is really, really tasty. Now, do you like pumpkin pie? That like good old fashioned pumpkin pie?
I haven't tried it.
It's
Not
weird.
gonna lie.
Yeah, it's weird. When I was younger, like grandmother or mom, aunts used to make it, and then I haven't had it in years.
Yeah, I haven't had
I need
it.
to revisit
I
it.
don't know if I've ever had it.
I liked it when I was younger.
Yeah.
It's the textural kind of thing. It's a certain different texture.
Is it like a
than
little
regular
jelly?
pie.
It's like a little more jelly.
It's kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
a custardy kind of texture to
Well,
it.
yeah, exactly. And you could put whipped cream on it, and I'm gonna, I liked it when I was younger, but I have to revisit that.
Mm.
But the pumpkin stuff, I know
Pumpkin
people
stuff's
who
good.
love pumpkin pie. I have a niece, and she's all about this time of year and Halloween and
Man. Oh yeah.
pumpkin everything.
When we carve up the pumpkins, we take the seeds out, cook them up in the oven,
Yes, indeed. Salt them a little bit.
salt them up. Oh
yeah,
man.
I just get so excited about that kind of stuff this time of year. I like spooky
too.
things too.
Yeah.
So this time of year is it's it can be really spooky when you get towards Halloween. And
Right.
I like that about it. It's just fun,
Yeah, man.
fun and exciting. So
Fall is fun, man.
it gets me kind of jazzed up about everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right. So when it comes to running, what's the deal? What do you like about it? Maybe what do we not like about it?
well, I mean,
when it comes to running.
well, I mean,
in the
I
fall.
I like the temperature. I love the scenery.
Mm,
But what I don't like about it,
yeah.
there are downsides to it.
There are. Fall is probably my favorite season to run in.
Yes,
But there are some things
yes.
that you got to think about and you got to pay attention to.
It's a great running season. It's a great racing season if you're into racing,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Unfortunately,
Eventually,
there aren't a lot of those right now,
I'll be
but
able to race,
but you can
yep.
still get out there and run a lot, and there are some events going on even now. But downsides, well, I after work we'll go out running at around 7:00.
Yes.
And for the past couple of weeks, it's gotten darker and darker and darker. I've had to already go to my headlamp.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Just when I go out at about 7 o'clock. So that's I have to go out. So the darkness, you know what I
The
mean?
darkness stinks, man.
It's tough because you have to be concerned about seeing where you're going.
Yep.
You have to be concerned about being seen.
Yep.
You've got the headlight glare, which is never fun to deal with, but for some reason, a couple of weeks of it, and I get used to it. But initially, when I first start to run when it gets dark, it takes me a while to kind of get used to the glare of the headlights
Yeah.
and where to direct my eyes. And it's just, there's that.
Yeah. I always hate it too because when I try to like make eye contact with drivers
Right.
and crossing the road or whatever, I
Yeah.
can't do it. I can't see their face.
You have to be very, very careful.
You got to be so careful.
You have to be vigilant, I'm telling you. And in my town and in the city, I really,
You got to be on your toes.
you gotta be on your toes. You can't mess around. You can't take it for granted that someone is going to see you, or and they're looking for you because they're not.
They're not.
So you
They're
just
looking
have
at the cell phone.
Look at the cell phone, speeding to get through that light.
Yep.
Um,
But yeah, I noticed too. I run in the morning for the most part. I try to get it over with.
Yeah.
And same thing, man. I used to go out at 5:30 a.m. and then and it was light out.
Yeah.
You know.
mhm.
And then I was like, oh, it's starting to get dark at 5:30. Maybe I'll move it back. I can move it back a half an hour.
Yeah.
To like 6, and it was light out.
Yeah.
This morning, go out there at 6 o'clock. It's freaking dark.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Yep. And in the morning, people are they're getting ready to go to work, and they're not. Not everyone is fully awake,
Right.
and they're not always looking for runners
No.
or
no.
cyclists or walkers, so it's just gotta be on your toes.
Yeah. Do you got any hot tips for folks running in the darkness?
I mean, headlamp is first piece of
Money.
equipment, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That
serves two purposes.
Two purposes. You want to be able to see where you're going. It's very, very important to see where you're stepping. You don't want to step into a pothole or, I don't know, trip on a sidewalk. So you can see where you're going but be seen.
Be seen.
Be seen.
That's the thing too.
Yeah. You get that headlamp going. But also I think little clip-on strobe lights work very, very well.
Those are great.
Anything you could have on.
Reflective vests.
Reflective vests.
Yep. Get those
brighter
3M
colors.
things. Yeah.
Exactly. Anywhere you could have something reflective. Shoes,
Yeah.
shorts, pants, tops, hats,
Yeah.
Most good apparel, running
Underpants.
apparel.
They have underpants too.
Yes, right, exactly.
Underpants.
Yeah, it's have something that's bright
Right.
and flashy, something with a reflective top on it.
Yeah.
How about you? You got any tips?
Yeah, so with those reflective things, you want to make sure you want them on parts of you that are moving.
Yes,
Too,
yes.
so people know it's a human being.
They can see movement.
They can see you're a moving human and you're not just like a reflective cone that they don't really care about. So if they hit a reflective cone, they're like, whatever.
Yeah.
But if they see a human moving, then they might avoid you because they don't want to hit a human.
I hope not. I hope they wouldn't want to.
Right. Right. So that's a tip. Also, when you are running, just in general, you want to make sure that you're facing traffic. So traffic's coming
Yes.
at you and you can see cars coming at you.
Right.
As opposed to running with traffic where the cars are coming up behind you.
You can't see developments, or you can't see if somebody is not really looking at you, if they're veering towards you.
Mm-hmm.
If you could see them coming, and they're veering towards you, you can definitely step off.
Yeah.
And I personally, I'm not gonna face off with a car. I know some runners who will just stay out there and they take chances.
You don't
They're
want that.
not. I'm not. I'll stand down because I don't want to get hit. You know what I mean? Some people
Right.
definitely don't want to stand down because they feel like they have every right to be in the road, and they do. But a lot of times, those motorists, they're not even looking. They don't even see you.
Right. You're going to be Mr. Tough Guy and get smushed.
Right. I'll step off. and that's why a headlamp is really good because you can see where to step off.
Right.
You don't always
that's
have a place to step off, but
Mhm.
don't take any chances. It's not a power struggle. It's
Right.
all about being safe and getting fit. Getting fit.
Get fit and get
enjoying
back,
your run.
get home. You know,
Get home.
you gotta
yeah.
get home in one piece.
I might, you know what, too. When it gets darker, I have to change up routes. There's certain routes that I just won't take.
Yeah.
When it, when you have like sunny skies and brightness, there's just certain routes that I have to. My scope gets narrowed, or I change up my routes. Like there's certain
Yeah.
ones that I'm gonna go on that have more walkways.
Less
and
road,
places.
less in the road type of stuff.
Yeah,
Kind of more sidewalks, more yeah.
yeah. And with daylight savings coming, just like a few weeks from now, that narrows your scope, and then it gets darker at like 4 or 5 o'clock. That I don't like. That always makes me feel
I
claustrophobic.
hate it.
We all adjust to that, whether we're runners or whatever.
Yeah.
We all adjust to that, but
I hate it so much.
yeah,
We should get rid of it.
I like my sunlight. Really, really. Can you imagine? We should do that.
What if I just didn't? What if I just didn't?
You could go by a different schedule, a different time.
What if I just didn't? I was just an hour late for everything. Or an hour early? Would I be
He's a great guy, but he always seems like he's a little bit off. He's a little out of sync.
Yeah. Everybody's doing one thing.
Right.
I'm like, forget it.
You make plans, you gotta, lie to him about what time to meet, You give a lead.
Yeah, I'll meet you there at 6.
Yeah.
But really, it's 7.
Yeah, no, really. Yeah, it's tough. The darkness is probably the toughest thing. The change in temperature is good, right? When it gets a
I
little
do
cooler.
like that, yeah.
But if it gets too cold, then that's a bummer too.
Gosh, yeah.
Late in fall, you start thinking about winter and then bundling up, but
Mhm. You know what? Maybe we take a little break.
We're gonna take a break.
Let's talk about when we come back. Maybe like some of the gear that we wear in
Yes,
the fall.
that's a good idea. Cool. We're taking a break. Are we back?
I think we're back.
We are officially back. And we're talking fall.
Fall. Not like falling down.
Not falling down, we're talking autumn.
Autumn.
Yes.
I love autumn. I was saying earlier, it's my favorite season of all the seasons.
Yeah.
Fall and spring tend to be my faves.
Yeah.
They're kind of transitional seasons, though, right? So you're like, winter is like harsh, cold.
Mm.
Summer's like harsh, hot. Fall, spring, right in the middle there,
In betweens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always find that most things that are in betweens
Yes.
are the best. It's like a Goldilocks situation,
Exactly.
You don't want it too hot.
Right.
You don't want it too
You don't want
cold.
it too cold. It's like the perfect season.
You want it just right.
Cool.
Fall is just right for me.
And if you're talking running, right?
Yeah. It's so
fall is great. Spring is great too.
Mm.
I mean, when I think back, I think I have such fond memories of running in the fall. Running through the apple orchards,
Mm-hmm.
running, after school, cross country, fall season, races, cross country races.
Cross country's the best.
My first road race ever was an apple harvest race in October, and it was a great experience. It got me so amped up about running. I was so psyched about it. So
Yeah,
Cool.
fall's the best.
yeah,
But it is a little tricky. It can be tricky.
Yeah.
Because we know, okay, summertime, we know what we're going to wear. We're going to wear shorts, t-shirt, singlet, tank top.
yeah.
We're going to layer up. We're going to bundle up. We're going to put layers and layers on just to make sure we're toasty.
Yeah.
In the fall, what the heck, man?
Yeah,
What do we do?
you break out you start to think about, you start looking through your stuff and pulling out all of your cooler weather apparel
Yeah.
and gear. For me, you want to know some of my transitional type things that I wear in fall? I start to break out the longer shirts,
Yep.
like wicking shirts.
Yep.
I like my half zip. I got to pull out my half zips.
Oh, half zips.
I don't always
Those are
like having to think about that kind of stuff because it's singlets are nice, shorts are nice in the summer. You don't have to worry about too much.
Right.
You have to start thinking about it. Half zips. Maybe I'm not going to go to a full hat, but I'll wear my little
Headband.
Thank you. I was blanking out there. It's
Yeah.
a little word retrieval issue there. But my headband, I have to wear my headband.
Yeah.
My gloves, I might have to start breaking out my gloves.
That's true.
Maybe not my mittens, but
Yeah.
some mornings it's going to get cold enough, you're going to start wearing your mitten or your gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And so pull those out. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of mixing and matching, you know?
Yep.
There's like some shorts, long sleeves
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Maybe a thin jacket, you know,
Maybe.
a windbreaker. For me, my vest. I'll break out my vest.
It's a good vest
So,
season. Fall's a good vest
yeah,
season.
it is. Like spring is too. You know?
Right. I think I do a lot of the same thing. You know, half zip is money because you can layer with it. You
Yes.
can put a t-shirt under it, or you can just wear it by itself.
Right.
And I like the fact that you can unzip if you need to cool off a little bit because you might get a little warm.
Yes.
Yeah, I do the half zips a lot. I'm less likely to wear a headband, I feel.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna let my ears suffer a bit until we get to like winter hat time.
Yeah. I'm talking later fall, maybe the headband. But,
maybe like
you know.
November, December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But I mean, early on, probably not unless I'm going up north and running like an event or, you know, going to spend a weekend in New Hampshire or something like that. You might need something like that on the cooler mornings or evenings.
You know what's interesting? I do a lot of shorts, long sleeves.
Yeah.
Not a lot of short sleeves pants.
I don't know. No,
You don't ever see people doing that.
not too much. Not too much. It's definitely not for me, you know. And I wear when it's cold weather. I wear tights instead of a looser fitting pair of running pants. But for me, I might switch up if it's maybe I'll still wear the shorts like the regular running shorts.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's later fall, I might go to half tight, perhaps.
Okay. Yep.
Maybe. But not always.
Yeah, I've done like the 2-in-1s where you have the
Yeah.
the half tight in the short. You know.
Yeah.
Those are good because it's like a little bit more compression.
Yeah.
But also, it's like another layer of warmth. You know.
Yep.
So I like to have that, and then I also do like gloves.
Yep.
I usually just get like the cheapo knit gloves. Those tend to be a good like go-to fall item for me.
Just enough. You could always take them off and hang on to them or put them in a pocket or something like that. So you might start one with them on and pull them off afterward.
Mhm.
You know what? Sometimes come in handy, kind of the transitional, periods in the fall. Calf sleeves or arm sleeves. They might help a little bit later in the fall when you might be doing, going out for a run or even racing or something. You might wear like the arm sleeves.
Yeah, I always feel like you gotta be fast to wear arm sleeves, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I'm fit enough to wear arm sleeves.
I think you are.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do it. You could rock
I think
it
I'm
out.
gonna get some with flames on them.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
We used to have some.
Yeah.
We had some at the shop.
With flames?
Flames
I've seen those.
right up the arm.
Don't mess
Pretty
around with someone
sweet,
with
dude.
flames on their arms. It's like, like a muscle car with flames on it, man.
Yeah, you pull up to a stoplight with that thing next to you, you
Right.
just let them go, you know?
Exactly.
You know what I like? The arm sleeves that have like, it looks like you got tats on your arms.
Yes.
Those are cool. It's fun. But yeah, I've done calf sleeves before. You do calf sleeves?
Yeah, sometimes in the fall when it starts to get a little cooler, sometimes my shins will maybe act up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So calf sleeves kind of help with a little support, a little warmth,
I like it.
just to help out a little bit there.
That's a go-to move for me if I'm like not sure if I want to go tights or shorts.
Yeah.
I'll do longer shorts with calf sleeves.
Yep.
And then just my knees are poking out, you know?
Right. I usually bundle up more up top here
Yeah.
than in my legs, but that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
do know what you're saying, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You know what you want to also remember in the fall?
Yep.
Hydration.
Oh,
I'm taking a
dude,
sip of
it's
water
so
here.
True. I think a lot of folks, when they are running through the summer, they think a lot about it.
Yeah.
Because they're sweating, they're losing electrolytes and stuff.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Right? And it just kind of
It makes you think like, I'm thirsty.
Yes.
I gotta have a drink. But in the fall, you might not be thinking that because you're not sweating quite as much.
Right,
It's
it's cooler.
You might feel like less dehydrated. But you still need to drink, man.
you don't want to forget about it.
You can't.
So,
You
and
can't.
I don't really change things up as far as what I drink. I like noon tablets and water.
Yep.
And so that I'll just keep doing through the fall
Hmm.
and try not to forget about that and let that go out the window because it's very, very important. So
It is.
you can still dehydrate in
Oh,
cool weather
yeah.
for sure. If you overdo it, because a lot of times you find that people are going a little bit faster and exerting themselves a little bit more because it's not really hot and humid or anything like that. So you can lose track.
Yeah.
You can push a little harder and lose track of the fact that you're dehydrating yourself. So
Yeah. Do you
think hydration.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite flavor? Noon.
My favorite flavor is I like the fruit punch. Is it the fruit punch? No, the tri-berry.
Tri-berry.
Tri-berry I really like, and I like the strawberry lemonade.
Oh, dude, that one's my fave.
I really like that one. I like the caffeinated ones. I like the cherry limeade.
Yes, that one's good.
Yeah,
That one's good.
really like that one.
I have thought about trying the Coca-Cola flavor.
The Coca-Cola one, I haven't had that in a long time, but I remember it being quite tasty.
Someone said it would taste like flat Coke.
Yeah.
Because all the fizzies go away.
The fizzies go away.
Fizzies go away,
It's like flat Coke.
and then it's like flat Coke.
Maybe I have to revisit that. And then there's another one that I haven't tried yet, but it's a newer one. I don't know, maybe newer at the place where I get my new orange mango.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm intrigued by that. Haven't tried it yet.
Is that a caffeine one?
Yes.
Yeah.
They maybe have a non-caffeinated one too, but I think that's a caffeinated one. So I want to try that one.
There's one that is like, I guess they call it new vitamins that I'm
Yes.
interested in trying.
Yeah.
That is, I think it's strawberry melon,
Ooh.
which I feel like I would really like.
It's kind of, it's neat to have the mix. I like the mixes,
Dude, that's what someone came in the other day. They bought 2 flavors. He's like, I like to put a strawberry lemonade in, and I like to put a lemon lime in, or something.
See, that's
like that,
wild.
You know?
That's cool.
Like,
You can split them in half.
and then just
have
mix
that.
them up.
Yeah, or just do a big jug of it. It's nice to do that little flavor.
It's like a little like a cocktail, like a noon teeny. You know?
Yes, a noon tea. That's a great idea. Man,
Oh man. I wonder what happens if you drop it into like a little vodka.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's so funny.
You gotta stay hydrated. You know?
Maybe it helps.
It could, right? Helps with the after effects, the hangover. Who knows?
Right, exactly. It's like your hangover, remedy right there.
Built right in.
Noon teeny. Oh, geez.
Teeny.
They're gonna call it. They're gonna be like, "Hey, don't fuck man." Gonna be some representative from Noon is gonna call it. Say, "Hey, man, don't be messing around." We might be helping them out a little bit
Who
here.
knows? It's just another way to drink noon.
Yeah.
You know?
Like they used to have those teenies, the name of the pomegranate juice.
Oh yeah, I remember
There's
those.
different flavors. I know people used to have like little teeny parties and stuff.
Oh wow! All
Because they had all the mixes of the like the pomegranate juice. They had different, like they had pomegranate blueberries. So hey, blueberry martini.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's
the
awesome.
new teenies. It's great.
Oh goodness. We probably should wrap it up.
We
on
should
that.
wrap it up on that note.
On that note, it's
Let's hear-
time to
oh,
go
yeah.
work.
I got to tell you though, I'm really excited to get into this fall running season.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's
I think we need it.
It's
We've had
nice.
a really, really hot and humid summer, and real dry too. Not a lot of rain,
man, not a lot of rain.
and it's been hard. And I'm psyched about it.
Me too. I
It
think
is.
it's just looking for a little bit of positivity, you know?
Yeah, and it feels really good. Like I have to say, I've been feeling really good getting out there for the past week and a half, where the temperature's been just right.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
get out there, and you start to smell that fall air, and it gets you pumped up, and it just feels so nice.
It does,
You can
man.
push a little bit harder and feel good. And
Yeah.
makes you feel good that you're alive. So
Yeah, dude. Fall's
Yeah.
the best. Best season ever.
it really is.
Well, that was a fun one, man.
It is a fun one.
I I had a good time on this podcast.
Yeah, me too.
I
me
think
too.
maybe we'll after work we'll have a couple of noon teenies.
Do a couple of noon teenies.
Maybe go for a run and we hit the bar and get some noon teenies.
We'll get some apple fritters too to go
Oh
with those noon
yeah,
teenies.
good deal, man. Good deal.
Cool.
So that's we're gonna have to wrap it up. Next week we don't know what we're gonna talk about. Maybe
But it's-
top 5 hairdos, favorite hairdos
For runners.
for runners. Yeah,
I like the mullet.
that's a
The
good
runner
one.
mullet, the flowing mullet back there, just flapping away in the wind.
Yeah, it was a business in the front and party in the back.
Business in the front, party in the back, sipping on a noon teeny and eating some fritters.
It's a good time. But we will be back next week.
We will be back next week, rest
Same,
assured.
same time,
Yep.
same place. Thank you all for listening.
Thanks, folks. And remember,
Keep running.
because it's good for you.